Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you're having a good day. I'm having a pretty good day, even though it's blood and rainy outside. But otherwise, it's a pretty good day. I was drumming earlier, and my stick finally broke. Here's the tip of it that came off. So I had to retire the stick that's been getting chewed away at. Ooh. So today is today I'm basically stalling for time while I practice the flam stuff more because I need more work on that. And the way I'm going to do that is first we're going to do our odd time workout for the day, and then we're going to do a double bacon course led by Samus. Oh yeah. So for the day 8, we're in a different odd time signature. I forget which one, but or 7/8. That's what it was. I've already started working on the groove on my off day, and I found it from the beginning more difficult than the 5/4 one. I'm starting to latch onto it, but so far this one is harder than the first one.
Hey everybody, welcome to day 8. We're going to keep on playing our 7/8 groove, but this time we're going to start adding a couple drum fills. So before we start with our workout, I want to briefly teach you guys this fill. It's a pretty straightforward fill. It's going to sound a little something like this. So between the snare, the rack tom, and the floor tom. But in the context of the groove, it'll sound a little something like this. So if you're counting this groove in our groupings of 2, 2, 3, like we spoke about, this fill starts on that group of 3. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So grab your sticks, let's start our workout. We're going to start off with the 7/8 groove on the floor tom with the kick on 7. So let's work on incorporating this fill into our groove. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh. I do not remember how this goes. I'm going to need a moment. Okay, I think I remember it.
So starting it off pretty nice and easy, picking up where we left off yesterday. Remember, you can count it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Oh, you know, I thought there was a problem with my stream for a second.
Alright, so let's add that another kick right after the snare. It's going to be on the and of 2. It's going to sound like this. afraid to count if you need to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Oh, he
7.
throws me off when he counts.
Or 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Whatever you feel more comfortable with.
I'm throwing off now. I need to pull it back for just a sec. Like when he starts counting, it actually throws me off. When I try to count, it throws me off.
Alright, so now we're going to add that fill that we worked on every 4 bars. And if you just got to isolate that, it's okay. If it's a little tough, let's give it a go. Here we go. So it may be a little tricky. Remember what we talked about it being on that group of 3. So now, when we do that fill, we're going to add a crash every 4 bars as well. Sounds something like this. Here we go. It's easy to lose it, so always remember you can count if you need. You can always count if you need to. again with that fill. So now you're grooving in 7/8. Great job. So we're gonna wrap it up now. We're gonna do another 4 bars. Great job today. All right, here we go. All right, there you go. Great work today, and I'll see you tomorrow where we will start to work on the actual groove for our verse on our final song.
I think I actually did a pretty good job once I caught on to the groove. That actually felt a lot more comfortable than it did yesterday. Like, I know y'all didn't get to see yesterday. Yesterday was more of a struggle than that. I had to pause 3 or 4 times to practice the groove that was being shown. And it was a little tough yesterday, but a lot easier today. And that's what progress is. Okay, part 2 of buying more time for me to practice flams off stream before we continue the lessons is we're going to do that chorus from Samus. Of course, if you spend more than 30 seconds on my stream, you know that I love double bass stuff. Good stuff.
What's up, everyone? 66 Samus here, and I am so excited that you have joined me for Double Bass 101. In 6 short videos, I will guide you through some of the basic skills you need in order to start developing your double kick chops right now. Yeah. So let's get right into it. This first video is going to be a play-along workout to get both of your feet moving and help you start developing the coordination needed to play double bass. We'll start with something simple, 4 notes on the right foot and then 4 notes on the left foot, and we'll play the hi-hat along with each note as well. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
This pedal is much longer than mine. We use the same hi-hat pedal series. Oh, no, we don't. Never mind. That's a different one. Oh, no, that's the same series. That's my double bass. You can tell by the dots on it.
You might notice that I'm using very expensive pedals right now, but you don't need these. You can use any pedal you want. You might even be on an electronic kit and using the hi-hat pedal for your left foot, and that's totally fine too. We'll talk about that in another video. Okay, now instead of 4 on each, we'll just alternate the hits between right and left. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, left, right, left.
Try to speed
right,
up.
left.
Oops.
Get that blood flowing. And try to match the sound and the intensity from your right foot with your left foot. Try to get the notes as even as possible. Work on that spacing. right, guys, this is a great first step in getting that left foot just as strong as your right foot. So join me in the next video, and I'll give you a few tips on setting up your kit to play double bass.
I've already got my kit set up. We're going to watch this video anyway.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back. In this video, we're going to look at a few of the details that are good to know when setting up your kit for double bass drumming. Oh boy. Now, everyone's setup is a little bit different, but I want to highlight some of the important things you definitely need to be aware of. How do the socks look? If you're on an E-kit and you don't own a double pedal, check out the manual or the module settings because some electronic kits have the capability to turn the hi-hat pedal into your left kick drum. This is an easy and inexpensive way to start playing double bass right away. Now, if your E-kit does not have that capability, or if you're playing on an acoustic kit, you'll most likely need an actual double bass pedal. Unless you have two acoustic kick drums, in which case you could simply use two single pedals. Double pedals are fairly intuitive to use.
That's the pedal that I have,
the main pedal,
or the series anyway, not the exact one, but the same brand.
Which goes on either the right or left side of your hi-hat pedal. It may take some experimenting on where to best place your slave pedal. You can try placing it in between the legs of your hi-hat stand, and some stands even allow you to loosen or rotate the legs so you can get better pedal placement. Another alternative is to get a two-legged hi-hat.
I spent a lot of time fighting with my hi-hat stand to try to get it to work with the positioning of my double bass pedal, and I came to a conclusion. So in their video, they have a hi-hat stand with the pedal and 3 legs, but mine has only 2 legs, and it has been infinitely easier to work with than my original one that had 3 legs. Also, if you look at the hi-hat pedal with the shape that is, that's the series that my double bass pedals are. I have a DW for my hi-hat, but for my double bass, it's the Pearl ones.
Stand, which allows for easy slave pedal positioning. Now, I don't want to get too in the weeds about pedal settings and spring tensions, etc., because everyone has their own personal preferences, and double pedals will usually work very well right out of the box. But that being said, I encourage you to experiment with your pedals and see if you can find a setting that works best for you. The most common adjustments that people make to their kick pedals are in the spring tension or the beater angle. One important piece of gear we should talk about is your hi-hat clutch. Now, it might seem obvious, but when you're playing double bass, your left foot is tied up playing the slave pedal and it won't be touching the hi-hat. So we need to be conscious of how we set up the hi-hat. You can leave them in the normal positioning so they stay open when you play them, or you could loosen the clutch and close them if you prefer a tighter sound. One piece of gear made specifically for double bass playing is a hi-hat drop clutch. This is a clutch
I have
that
one of those now. It's so great.
Or closes. This makes it much easier to play double kick, but you still have the ability to open or close your hi-hats when you need to. And finally, let's talk about foot technique when playing double bass. Because really, there is no one correct way to play. You know, it's like dun dun dun. You know, stuff like that. Some people like heel up, some people like heel down, some people play with their full leg, and some only with their ankle. And again, experimenting with different techniques is the best way to find what will work best for you. Playing heel up is typically going to give you more power, and it's generally the method used by most people who play double bass. But there are some world-class drummers who play double bass and keep their heels down the entire time. And as you get faster and faster, you might find it easier to start to use less of your entire leg and more of just your ankle. A good general rule of thumb for drumming is as you get faster, you want to use smaller and smaller movements with your body. So there you have it. That should be everything you need to know to get started. I'm going to leave you with a little taste of what we're going to work on in the next video. So I'll see you there and we'll work on it together. One more measure and then we'll stop. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I've spent so much time fiddling with my double bass, fiddling with spring tension, beater position, even how far apart they are. It's been an ongoing process, although I think I've got them in a good place now.
Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, we're gonna start to build up a non-stop double bass groove. This is one part of double bass playing that you see in a ton of songs, and it is very fun to play. We're working towards playing 16th notes on the feet. Try and hang with me for this one, and remember, you can always pause or slow down the video if any of it gets too fast for you at any point. Let's start out by playing a 2-bar phrase, switching from playing 8th notes on the feet to 16th notes. In the first bar, we'll play 1 and 2 and 3, and we're gonna change that to 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. So the right foot stays the same through all of this. We're just gonna add the left foot in between those notes. Grab your sticks and try this one with me. We're gonna play 8th notes on the hi-hat. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Just getting warmed up. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. Note that the right hand and right foot are always locked in. Right foot, and get that left foot in between. Very nice. Let's add the snare now. Here we go.
Great work, everyone. Be sure to come back and join me for the next video. I'm going to leave you with a little teaser of what we'll be working on. I'll see you there. It's going to be madness.
See what I did there?
You guys, welcome back, and thank you for hanging with me for this long. This video is going to be a fun one because we're going to learn a couple of very cool double bass fills in a double bass blaze of glory. These are two of the most commonly used double bass fills, and they are very useful to have in your drumming toolbox. So we'll be playing two fills in this video. The first one is simply 2 notes on the hands and 2 notes on the feet. And the second one will be 4 notes on the hands and 2 on the feet. So play along with me. We're going to do 3 bars of a simple rock groove and then play the fills in the 4th bar. As we go along, we'll build up each one, and then I'll show you how to get your toms involved too. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, first bar, second bar, third bar, and we'll do the fill right here. Back to the first, 1, 2, 3, very common fill to have in your double bass toolbox.
I use it all the time.
2, 3, and what's cool is there are a lot of different ways you can move this fill around the kit. 3, and do it once more. After this one, we will extend the fill twice. All right, one more here, and then we'll repeat the fill. For 1, 2, 3, do the fill twice. 2, 3, fill twice. Slowly adding to that fill pattern. If it feels weird starting it with your right hand and right foot, you can start with your left hand and left foot. I'll show you that. 1, 2, 3, left. Depending on if you're a righty or lefty, one of these might be more comfortable than the other, so try both and see what's better for you. 4, 1. So this time, let's play the fill 3 times, and on the 4th beat, we'll add a flam. Flam. Oh yeah. Fill that measure now. 3, and try left hand this time. Left hand, left foot. Always try to match the sound of both your feet as best as you can. And very nice. One more on the snare, then we'll move around with the tom. So for this fill, this time we'll do snare, rack tom, floor tom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. See how cool that is when you just change up the drums that you're playing it on? Same pattern. one note hit right before the other. Really quick, like that. Again. So now let's try 4 on the hands and 2 on the feet. We'll just do one of them and then rest for the rest of the 4th measure. 2, 3, 4. 4. How'd that feel? Little difference. 4 and 2.
I messed that up.
4. It's a little trickier, but you can get it down. Keep playing it. And still just 2 notes on the feet. Try to get them as even as you can. Do one more of these, then we'll play the fill twice with a flam. 4. 4. Here we go. Yeah. 4 and 2, 4 and 2, and a flam. 3, 2, 3, and you know, let's try moving this one around the kit a little bit. Yeah? Use any drums you want. Let's try the rack tom and floor tom this time. Can you even do
I'm gonna rewind. I'm gonna rewind it so I can practice this a bit, this bit some more because I don't feel like I'm doing great with it.
the rest of the 4th measure? 2, 3, 4. 4. How'd that feel? Little different. 4 and 2. 4. It's a little trickier, but you can get it down. Keep playing it. And still just 2 notes on the feet. Try to get them as even as you can. Do one more of these, then we'll play the fill twice with a flam. 4. 4. Here we go. Yeah. 4 and 2, 4 and 2, and a flam. 3, 2, 3, and now let's try moving this one around the kit a little bit. Yeah? Use any drums you want. Let's try the rack tom and floor tom this time. You can even do a cymbal if you want. Give that a try.
right, very nice. So we've learned how to get our left foot working. We've also learned some double bass fills. Be sure to come back for the next video. We're going to take our full double bass groove and break it down for some very cool kick patterns. See you there.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Move to the right. Much different sound, but still the exact.
So this is called a fractional fill, or colloquially, a lot of times it's called a Portnoy fill. And the 2-2 version I do pretty frequently, you know. That version I do pretty frequently. Oh, hey, Denali. You're a little late, but you know, that's okay. That's okay. We're just practicing some double bass chops with Samus here. And you missed me struggling on a particular version of the fill I was just doing. Samus is the guy's online handle. He goes by Samus66 on YouTube. And so what I was just struggling with was instead of this, it was this. And I think that was throwing me off because it changes it from 4 to 6. Which means that that flam, instead of landing on the 4, it lands on the 4 and. Yeah. I think that was it.
Welcome back. We are nearly to the end of this course, and I
sorry,
hope you're
sits,
having
sits,
as much
Samus,
fun
not
as I am.
Samus, sits,
Oh, I
sits.
can hear myself. Hoo-hoo-hoo. So now that we've learned how to get both feet coordinated playing a continuous double bass groove, we can start to break that rhythm down and come up with some really interesting kick patterns. These are the kinds of patterns you might hear a drummer use to accent what the rhythm guitars are playing. So let's give it a try. We'll start with just 3 notes on the kick. We'll play the hi-hat along with it, and we'll add to the pattern as we go along. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Just getting warmed up, working on a shorter kick pattern.
Yeah, man has some glorious hair, doesn't he?
This should hopefully be pretty easy for you after playing non-stop double bass. The 1E end, let's also add that on the 3E end. 1E end, 2 end, 3E end. 1E end, 2 end, 3E end, 4 end. So we're just doing it twice as often now. And make sure the right hand lines up with the right foot.
right, great work. Hopefully you're feeling a little more comfortable playing double kick by now. We have one final video left where I'm going to give you some excellent double bass drummers to check out on your own. See you there. Those quick 16ths in there. Holy crap. There's the groove. So good.
Those ones at the end might be clips from when he did his Drummer Hears Song for the First Time video. I think for him, his song for the first time video was Led Zeppelin, if I recall. And he had a very interesting and unique way of doing his note-taking. So instead of writing down a chart or his notes or whatever, he dubbed over the track with his voice to give himself notes. He's like, okay, coming up at the tickety-tickety part. 1, 2, 3, tickety-tickety. Literally like that. It was very different.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final video of Double
who
Bass
should we know?
101.
Who should we know?
Congratulations
Do we already
on
know
making
them?
it this far, and thank you so much for hanging out with me this long. So what are you guys doing today besides practicing, huh? You gonna make some tacos? Before we finish the course, I want to leave you with a few excellent double bass drummers that you should check out, especially if you want to keep developing your newfound skills. One of the first things we learned was how to get both feet working for a straight double bass groove. And one of the masters of this style of playing is Dave Lombardo, formerly of Slayer. A good example of this at a mid-pace tempo would be Dead Skin Mask. Constant 16th notes on the ride. Check. Super simple, but so heavy. Easy rock beat.
I think Slayer had cool
So
music, but I can't stand the vocals.
A non-stop double bass groove. And a great example of this comes from one of the most legendary drummers in history, Tommy Lee. Let's take a listen to the intro to Livewire. There's the groove. So good. After that, we learned a few double bass fills that are very useful around the kit. As I said in the course, Mike Portnoy is the GOAT of playing hand-to-foot patterns like the ones we learned. Check this out.
Literally named after him in the industry now.
He's playing pretty fast there, but if you can't tell, he's doing a lot of 4 on the hands, 2 on the feet, and also 2 on the hands, 2 on the feet. So killer. So once you have your continuous double bass groove down, the next step is to break it apart and start to come up with your own kick patterns. I'm gonna leave you with a little bit of the madness that is Austin Archie from Lorna Shore. Austin plays incredibly fast, incredibly technical kick drum patterns. Let's take a listen. Eighth notes. Those quick 16ths in there. Holy crap.
Very, very, very fast.
Eighth notes. Little 16ths in there. Love the patterns. Very creative.
Last beat.
So there you have it, 4 legendary double bass drummers. I encourage you to check out songs from these guys and try to learn some of the parts for yourself. Thank you so much for hanging out with me through this course. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you all again very soon. Well, this concludes our broadcast day. Click. Cable guy. Oh, that's okay. It's okay.
Well, Denali, we did it. We bought another day for me to be able to practice the flam stuff before I resume the lessons. So tomorrow, more flam practice. Yeah. And to celebrate, we're going to play a couple of songs for the last 10 minutes. why not play this one? I was playing it earlier, but I was enjoying it, so I'll play it again. Why not?
Attack, always coming in last, bringing up the pass. No one owes you anything. I think you need a shotgun blast, a kick in the ass. So paranoid, watch your back. Oh my, here we go. Another loose cannon gone bipolar. Slip down, couldn't get much lower. Quickstand's got no sense of humor.
That was pretty fun. In the words of Dennis Chambers, I know it was wrong, but it felt pretty good. No, we were working on double bass stuff, and it's been a moment since we've done this one. This is a great song, in my opinion, for practicing double bass.
Every night when the sky
Oh, there's so many ways to play that song that feel good. Well, I appreciate you coming to hang out with me, even that one guy who showed up late, but that's okay. Hopefully, come back on Friday at 6 p.m. and we'll see if I'm good enough at flams to keep going to class, or if I have to keep skipping. But I think with 30 minutes to an hour tomorrow, I should be okay. So we'll find out on Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern. So just remember, drums are hard, music is hard. Be kind to yourself. Go practice.